Hi everyone, this is another vlog in my kitchen. This is called breadfruit. It's rich in vitamin C, potassium, thiamine, magnesium, vitamin B6, vitamin B1, vitamin B3, pantothenic acid, copper, folate, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, iron, fiboflavin and calcium. Before you cut breadfruit, you have to apply oil to your hand and to the knife, and I have added some water with turmeric and salt and kept it aside to put the breadfruit once we clean it. So this is how I'm cleaning. I put a cellophane bag on top of a chopping board so that it's easier to clean the way how I am doing it. My one was kept in the fridge the previous day, so it doesn't release a gluey like substance. But if it is releasing in yours, if it is a fresh one, if it releases the gluey like substance, it's very easy to clean. Just take a piece of paper, dip it in water and rub over the gluey like substance, that the gluey like substance would get sticky to the paper, and then you can throw the paper and start cleaning it. Though it looks hard, but it's very easy to clean. You have to peel the skin and just chop into pieces and add to the turmeric and salt water. Breadfruits are rich in amino acid to help your body store nutrients. It has a high content of fiber that controls and decreases the risk of diabetes by limiting sugar absorption from food. Also, it is rich in omega-3 and 6 fatty acids that are good for your skin, hair and heart. Omega-3 also promotes brain and mind development. Breadfruit also contains fiber that boosts the passing of stools and intestine functions, as well as draining toxins from the intestine. It has antioxidants that protects your skin from rashes and infections. It prevents dandruff and is effective for hair thinning. So overall, this is a very nutrient dense food. So please try to include breadfruit when the seasons are there. So I think most probably January, February, March, you can find plenty of this breadfruit everywhere in the market. Now here I almost finished chopping all the breadfruit. There's another piece left, so cutting that also and adding to it. I usually keep a separate knife when I'm cutting these type of fruits like jackfruit, breadfruit and baby jackfruit, because those things have this gluey substance that spoils a knife too. So I keep a separate knife for cutting these type of things. See, as I told, the board is also clean and very easy to clean also if you use a polythene paper over it. So this is my son's food, red rice and pumpkin, which I prepared for him. Now I thoroughly washed the breadfruit, and to that I'm going to add half a chili, 3 or 4 garlic clove, plantain leaf, few curry leaves and half an onion. I add everything to the pot, and to that we'll add the spices. That is half a teaspoon turmeric powder and half a teaspoon, little bit of pepper powder, quarter teaspoon pepper powder, salt as per your required needs, cumin seeds quarter teaspoon and fenugreek seed quarter teaspoon. That has not got recorded, but I have added all those things. To that I add the second extract of the coconut milk, and then I keep it in the high flame for some time. Meanwhile, here I have soaked dry prawns in hot water, and now I'm going to wash it thoroughly. And you have to be very, very careful when you're washing this, because they might contain dust particles, sand and small stone particles in it. So it's very important that you wash them several times. As you can see, but this doesn't have much stones in it or dust particle, but still you have to keep on washing until the water runs clear when you wash it. So here I'm washing them cleanly, and this is done almost. Even the head of this prawn I used to remove and add hot water to it, and then I wash that and I collect them and store in the freezer, and once I had the desired amount of it, I used to make chili paste with it. Would include that recipe too in another video. This is the prawns head. I'm doing the same thing, cleaning them very well, and then I store it in the fridge. You make sure you wash nicely in running water. So the prawns are ready. Now coming back, we're going to check the breadfruit. It's starting to boil. So at this stage, we are lowering the flame and then closing the lid, giving it a mix and closing the lid, and let it cook slowly. Now close the lid and let it cook. Now to another pot, we are going to add some oil, and to that we are going to add a quarter teaspoon of mustard seed, and to this 1 clove, 2 or 3 small onions chopped, 1 big large tomato chopped, few curry leaves, few pandan leaf, 2 or 3 green chilies. Now to this, first I am adding the prawns and little sauteing them so that the prawns flavor gets into the oil. So when we add the other ingredients, the flavor blends well. So here I am sauteing it. It's in high flame. Saute well because it's in high flame. Sometimes it might get burned from under. I'm adding a small piece of tamarind to it. And make sure you keep on stirring it because it's in high heat. Now the prawns have started to change its color. Now to this we'll add pandan leaf, curry leaf, and then garlic and the onions. And then saute a little bit more. Then lower the flame to low. And then we close with the lid and let them get little bit softened. This is what I'm doing here. Now the flame is high. Sauteing it a little bit. And then closing and lowering the heat. Now the onions are softened. Now to this we will add the tomatoes and the green chilies, and then give a nice stir, mix them, and again close with the lid and keep on low heat and let the onions become soft. Now here I'm preparing a juice for my son. This is called tangerine, or some people say mandarin, or some people say mandarin. So it's a little bit sour. So for that I'll add half a teaspoon of honey and then boiled and cooled water. It's about 2 ounces. And I give him, he's 4 months old. I give this juice to him. So now here, meanwhile, the tomato has got softened nicely. To that we are adding chili powder. I want a little bit spicier, so I am adding more. You can just add 1 tablespoon, that would be enough. Medium spice, but as I want it spicy, I've added more. Now I'm adding a little bit of water because it might burn once after you add the chili powder. So a little bit of water for it to cook, and the raw smell from the chili has to go, so it has to cook. So in low flame, again close the lid and cook for some time. And now it's almost done. Now I remove from the stove. Now back to the breadfruit. The breadfruits are cooked and the coconut milk has reduced nicely to this. Now we are going to add the thick coconut milk, around 2 cups of thick coconut milk, or 1.5 cups according to your need. Like if you want it with gravy, more gravy, you can add more coconut milk, or if you want it a little bit like a tight consistency, you can add a little bit of thick coconut milk, and then off the stove. So for me, this amount of thick coconut milk is enough. So when you see a little bit of bubbles coming from up, then this is the time to off the stove. And then I'm serving it with white rice, and it is a very yummy and delicious meal. Try this recipe and let me know. Thank you for watching.